is currently enjoying a trade surplus with export exceeding import for the year 2021, and the country is poised to repeat that for the year 2022. This revelation was made by the Director of Projects at the Ghana Export Promotion Authority (GIPA), Alex Dajawa, while speaking on the state of Ghana's exports. He said, so far, we have done about $9 billion of total export for the half year, while we have done $7.5 billion of imports. According to him, while this is positive indication for Ghana's export sector, his outfit is resolved to spearhead the increased promotion of Ghana's export as a catalyst for national development. The GIPA official disclosed that a lot of attention has been given to the development and promotion of the cocoa derivatives sector, with processed cocoa as the leading non-traditional export. Similarly, he said another priority area government has paid attention to is the production and export of cashew. The United States importers seeking relief from bottlenecks at West Coast Gateway are triggering new backups at East Coast and Gulf Coast port, adding to strains on the country's troubled supply chain. Backups of dozens of container ships have formed off port in New York, Houston, and Savannah, GA authorities said, even as the lineup of vessels waiting to get into the neighboring port of Los Angeles and Long Beach has dwindled from an armada that once counted more than 100 ships. The queue at the port of New York and New Jersey, the largest gateway on the East Coast, has reached about 20 vessels, while about 40 container ships were waiting recently off the coast's second largest gateway at the port of Savannah. Port Houston, a growing destination for ships from Asia traveling through the Panama Canal, counted a backup of 25 container ships last week. Industry executive and import officials said a surge in inbound cargo in recent months has swamped landside operations, straining storage capacity and the availability of container handling equipment, while slowing the ability and tracking companies to handle shipments. If you just join us, you're listening to Maritime and Port News. Now, the Port of Los Angeles reported preliminary July figures showing an estimated 935,345 TEUs crossed its docks last month, outpacing the previous record set in 2019 by 2.5%. The Port of Los Angeles has now set monthly records in 5 of 7 months in 2022. Compared to July 2021, July 2022 volumes were up about 5%. The Port of Los Angeles Executive Director James Seroka said at new briefing on Wednesday, even with the current real challenges, our marine terminals are more fluid than last year. That's due in part of our Port Optimizer data portal that allows our stakeholders to see around corners and tackle problems before they arise. July's loaded imports reached an estimated 485,472 TEUs, an increase of 3.4% compared to July 2021 and 8% higher than the previous 5-year average for July. Loaded export reached an estimated 103,497 TEUs, a 13% increase compared to the same period last year. Empty containers, which need to be repositioned to Asia, reached an estimated 346,376 TEUs, up 5% compared to last year. 7 months into 2022, the Port of Los Angeles has moved an estimated of 6,349,248 TEUs, on pace with the record set last year. While the Port of Los Angeles is still working to finalize July's volumes, the final numbers are expected to change only slightly compared to what was reported today. And finally, global terminal operators are showing an increased appetite for higher-risk greenfield projects in the wake of COVID-19 pandemic. Global port capacity is projected to increase by an average annual rate of 2.4% to reach 1.38 billion TEUs by 2026, even as economic and geopolitical uncertainties have contributed to an overall downgrading of the cargo demand outlook. Now, while the majority of global terminal operators' investment plans remain focused on existing assets, there has been a notable increase in the number of greenfield projects, referring to those that are built from scratch rather than on existing sites. Jory, the industry player analyst, says in its latest Global Container Terminal Operators Annual Review and Forecast reports that the CMA Terminal and TIL are all expected to add 4 million TEUs or additional greenfield capacity by the year 2026. On this note, we'll wrap up this morning's edition of Maritime and Port News, proudly sponsored by the Ghana Shippers Authority. They provide you with the best in oil shipping solutions. Contact them at the Shippers House in Accra. My name